Welcome to the banks of the Red Cedar, East Lansing, home of the Michigan State Spartans, where the fans have been ready for hours in anticipation of this big one we have coming up. A staple of the college football environment. Color-coordinated schemes in the stands. A stripe out today. Students, alumni, all fans have band together to try to make life miserable for these visitors. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Spartans will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the UCLA Bruins offense takes the field for the first time today. We've got a battle that you two are going to love, and so is everybody else for that matter. High-octane offense, stone-wall defense, as they say. Things got to give, Jesse.
Yeah, this is a classic example here of the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, right? Something has got to give, and you really got to dive into the X's and O's in a game like this because every single individual matchup on the field matters when these two teams play each other.
Yeah, and these are just fun, right? Like great versus great. Like who's going to win and which style's going to prevail. Both these teams have been able to impose their will week after week on their opponents. Now, high-powered matchup. Who's going to get the win?
Gives it on the option. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Exactly what this defense wanted to do coming into this game. They wanted to set up third down so that they could let their pass rush take over. They feel they've got a shot to be really successful if they can force the opponent to live in third and obvious passing situations. And that time, on the first third down of the game, they take advantage and get the sack.
And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The Spartans' offense will go to work for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Child. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
That's caught. It's Belly. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over.
to stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They're setting up the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. That probably looked way better on the play sheet than it did on the field. The screen gets nothing.
It didn't look good on the field, that's for dang sure. You know, you got to invite those guys up the field and kind of sell that you're going to throw the ball deep on a screen. They didn't sell it real well. Defense did not bite at all. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, nowhere to go.
The Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Wants to throw again. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage.
It's a running room. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Trying to slam in. And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. USC put together a breathtaking performance inside the Coliseum. And how do you not liken it to the way Leinart and Bush and Lendale White and Dwayne Jarrett used to just annihilate teams? Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup. And the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Childs. Got a man. It's Brown. Bounced off his feet.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Direct snap. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
extending the play. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on first down, but the defense was ready.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They've already failed to convert on fourth down once in the first quarter. Doesn't stop them from trying it here. Makes the catch. It's Gburg. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Looking to throw, it's Childs. Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. They've got the screen set up. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Smarty. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
When you run these screenplays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really nice screen pass.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the tight end. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. And the Bruins can really attack on this 2nd and short. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Got his man on the right. At the 45, on his way. Racing to the right. Touchdown, Bruins. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Bullard. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Oh, he can't hang on, and those arms might have favored an alligator there, and it'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, going up top. Pulls it in, it's Belly. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive.
Converts on fourth down, still going. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Dings it complete to the right. He stopped at the 48 and pick up a 10 on the play.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. The Spartans come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Goes to the option. Running to Green. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
These offenses are so hard to stop when you run the option because they play the quarterback well. They get it to the running back. The defense looks pretty good, but third and short, they get the yardage they need, and they move the sticks.
Got it set up on the outside. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the...
Intercepted for the 11th time.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
First play of the drive comes. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Matthews. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. He'll pull it down. Wide open spaces. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The Bruins are marching down the field. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Matthews.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket the slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Robinson. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it. It's Thomas. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down.
He'll take a shot. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Bullard. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to pass. It's Child. Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Got his man quickly. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run the option. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. Got it in the middle, it's Belling. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Pocket breaking down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So now it's second and long. He's going for the big play. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in East Lansing. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Spartan Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Bruins will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Spartans have him back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
He wants to take the top off. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. He's got it, first down and more. for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but nah, man.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And here's the third interception of the night. Oh, he got loose. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the offense, because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
Quickly out to the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
A strike downfield. Touchdown, Bruins! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bullard. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Swings it out to the flat. It's a seam wide open. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Caught behind the line. It's Belling. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Nowhere to go with the football that time. Great job by the defense watching the QB's eyes, and how about tackling the catch? He wasn't able to throw it deep down the field, but as soon as the guy made the snag, down he went.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Bullard. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make it.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Spartans look to keep this drive humming. Looking for a man. It's Childs. Fires to the big fella. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got a man. It's Bullard.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. A little release to the back. Oh, out of space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan State. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. To the air, it's Iamaleava. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
All right, that's when the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. We didn't do it that time.
The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Makes the grab. It's McCray. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
1st down for the offense. Let's go. Break. Single.
That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Back to work in the final period of this one. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Childs. Pulls it in, it's Brown. Across the 25, he's got room. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Auburn has the lead right now, but I'd hold off on that celebration over at Toomer's Corner for the moment. This one is not over. They're up by a field goal over Georgia. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Just a short pass to the tight end. Turning on the Jets. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. And the Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Pulls it and fires to the left. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced the third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own one. Running back searching for a hole. Finds a hole, and he'll pick up 6 out to the 8-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass, it's Childs. The sure hands, it's Brown. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it as a 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat. They give up a big play.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Blasted as he lets it go.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just now on the same page with his target.
Catches it at the 15. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Belly. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Takes the easy one to the back. There he goes. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Looking downfield on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback making checks. Scanning the field, it's Childs. Another incompletion on third down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. UCLA will go back to work on offense. We'll see how aggressive this defense is with just a few minutes to play. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. To the air on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Flores. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tied ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Thomas. That one interception and the loss last week really stuck with him, but he's answered by taking care of the football in this game.
Nice answer. Just a nice bounce back. When you're the leader and you're the guy that everybody looks to and you handle adversity from last week like you did today in this game, nice job by this quarterback leading this team.
He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You got to believe just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Hands it off on the counter. Shoots his way for more. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to be that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's